I have not done a live in so long. Oh my goodness. Okay. And it's late too. So I might not be on here too long. But I wanted to jump on and do a live about kind of like my breakdown of what I do for my shows. So I have a concert coming up. It is a blues show. It is, oh, this hair's getting a little tangled. I have a blues show coming up. It is July 27th. So I'm checking my calendar. We are 18 days out. And because the event is 18 days out, there are certain things that I need to double check. Because our concert does about, the venue has 7,100 seats. And so it sounds like it's a lot. However, with COVID, we stopped doing seat per seat per seat per seat. So with COVID, we just kind of like social distancing and we let everybody just kind of sit where they want to sit. So even though it says it's 7,100 people can sit in there, we'll probably do closer to like 5,500 will be considered a sold out show. And so what my job is to do is the social media, the marketing. I do the email marketing. I do phones. And so I just try to double check everything. I do website as well. And so now we are 18 days out from the show. So now it's time to just kind of streamline some things, double check some areas, and make sure that everything is user friendly. Because a lot of times what you'll find is it'll be the smallest of things. It'll be the simplest things that people are getting hung up on. For example, I had a pop-up on the website. And so the pop-up's been on there for quite a while now. However, when I deal with older people, they may not know how to click out of the pop-up, right? So that may pose a problem for future sales. Okay, so the pop-up needs to come down now because we're 18 days out. Let the pop-up stay or take it down, and let's focus on user-friendly. The easier, the better. Make sure it's easy for them to read, easy for them to click on. Make sure the links work. A lot of times, that'll be the smallest of things right there. Hey, Ashley. Hey, girl. So a lot of times, the links will be just the smallest of things. So if you have a user problem, it may just check the links. Is the link broken? Does it work? Has it expired? Was it written right? Like if you do it on Facebook, are you putting it in the comment section? Or are you putting it in the caption part? Because sometimes if you preset stuff on Facebook and you go back and look at it, you can't click on it. So just double check things like that. Are you sending them emails, right? Because we're 18 days out. So are you sending emails to them on a regular basis? Are you making sure that when you send them, good evening, hey, hey, girl. Okay, and so when you are working on your, I just lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Okay, so links, emails, and also above the fold. So what does that mean, above the fold? When you are on your computer or you're on your phone, let's say your phone, and you see a button, you want to make sure that you are giving them the button above the fold. Above the fold means that they don't have to scroll to get to it. Like if you have an offer or a page, or you want somebody to buy something, you want somebody to sign up for tickets, you want somebody to do something on that page, you want them to email you or something like that, make sure that your button is always above the fold. So like as soon as they land on it, he needs to have a button so that they can write their name and their email and press the button. Because if they have to scroll, you're going to lose them. Most times, that's what happens. Because it's the little simple things. Because a lot of people don't know how to scroll. Believe it or not, we've been doing this for a long time. But everybody's not used to it. Everybody doesn't know how to do that. Especially our older people. So being mindful of that. And sometimes you can do what we call a sticky button. So a sticky button means that if they do scroll or they do get out of place or whatever the case, the sticky button will go with them so that they can find it and click on it. So that's one thing that you also need to be mindful of. Because I am 18 days out of my show, I am trying to think of everything. I want to turn over a new leaf and try to figure out, what am I missing? Where can we get those last minute sales where we can pull some last minute things? And also, if you think about it, most of us are a little last minute. So technically, there's still plenty of time to pull sales, because we know that our brains are last minute people, right? So when we have those kinds of moments, what do? We start thinking about, when is payday, right? Okay, payday is coming up. Payday is usually the 15th. Okay, so when we start to make sure that we're making enough chatter, make sure we're on radio, make sure we are maybe doing ticket giveaways, make sure we are on social media. We're going to make sure to pull out the stops. We're going to get the people who are at the concert, who are coming to the concert, need to get them to do their videos, send us their flyers, have them share our flyers. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the marketing comes in at. If your show isn't successful, or it's not as successful as you would like it to be, you have to start thinking about all of those things, right? Like, where did we go wrong? Where did we drop the ball at? Because one, we're in July. So we do have a little bit of competition, if you will, right? It's July, it's summer, the kids are out of school, you've got family reunions, you've got weddings, you have family trips that people are going on. People are going to festivals every weekend, right? Because they're free and they're outside. They have a lot of things going on. So you have that to compete with. Then it's July, so it's just hot, so you don't really want them outside per se. Then you also have whatever other shows that are going on at this time, because it's still entertainment time, right? So everybody's got something coming out, right? Justin Timberlake has something out, Kevin Hart's out, you know what I mean? Like, there's always entertainment around, right? And it's summer, so everybody's out, everybody's doing something. So then you have to figure out, okay, well, how do we pull in? Let's go back and pull the people that we already had. So then you start going back through old emails, going back through old contacts. You follow up, we call it follow up and follow through. Go back and look at the people who bought the year before, who bought the year before that. Go back and just start to figure out, where can you turn over a new leaf, right? Like, in marketing, test everything. Everything is a test. Everything is a split test. Because the things that I'm doing right now may not be the things that I did in the past, or vice versa, right? It may be something that I did last season, but I forgot to implement it again for this season. So it's always a test. It's always like trial and error, just trying different things. But making sure that at the end of the day, it is as simple as possible for your buyers, for your clients, and make them feel seen and make them feel heard. Oh, thank you. And make sure that you are giving them a platform. Like, people love to be engaged with you. They love to celebrate with you. They love to answer the questions that you have. I'm always engaging with our audience. I'm always asking them questions so that they can give me their feedback. I have a blue show. If you're just joining, I have a blue show. My blue show is at the end of this month. It's July 27th. And so I'm just jumping on here to kind of talk about a couple of tips that I usually do right before a show, because this is like that last minute kind of, okay, let's just kick it up a little, kick it into gear, get what we need to get, and just pull everything out and make sure we have done everything that we could think of and everything that we've done in the past, so that way we can make sure that this next one's successful. Now, a lot of times we are very last minute. This right here, we're very last minute, so that's fair. So there's still plenty of time. However, we just want to make sure that we cover our bases and we can make sure that we've done all the things that we needed to do, right? So email, always email. Make sure that you're emailing them on a consistent basis. Now, if you have a show that maybe is only once a year, you still have to email, because you still need to make sure that you're consistent, and they still need to be able to remember you and see you on a regular basis. So social media is very key, of course, with everything, right? Social media. So making sure that you have social media out there, making sure you are, where? Okay, it's in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where my show is, in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's going to be King George, J1, Avail Hollywood, Lady Trucker, Summer Wolf, Bree Wooten, Willie P. I'm missing somebody. Jeter Jones, and I think I'm missing somebody. But so when I do these large shows like this, there's always that what potentially maybe fell through the cracks. And so it's my job to go back through and just pull certain things out and figure out what's missing, or what can we streamline, or what can we pull together to pull out some last minute sales, last minute stops, because it'd be simple stuff that you may have overlooked. Like even on social media, maybe I didn't write the link right, and so they can't click on it. Because they can't click on it, they went and did something else. Remember, on social media, we're very like right now kind of people, right? It needs to be simple. I need to be able to click it, and I need to be able to go. I need to be able to pay for it right there, then and there, and that's it. So if you're giving me too many areas to do, I'm going to get confused. I'm going to stop, and I'm not going to continue to go forward. Another thing, you can tell how well a show is going to do based on how many calls you get. So when you get, if you're not doing phone, I still suggest phone. However, it's helpful for the older people. I have a blues show. So my blues show, the people tend to be closer to like late 30s, upper 50s, if you will. So sometimes, they have questions, right? They got questions. And it's easier for them to just call. So if you have the ability to do a phone and let them be able to call you and ask their questions, it's gonna take you a lot further, because you have that customer experience, and they're able to talk to you, and they're gonna feel so much more comfortable. And that is a big part of just the experience in general, right? You want to be able to talk to somebody, right? You don't want AI like, I just want to talk to somebody, right? So that's exactly how they feel. They want to be able to talk to somebody. So I like to make sure that I'm answering the phones. And most of the questions are all the same, right? You'll have a very few amount. Over time, when you do this enough times, you have a very few that have these maybe out of just different questions that you normally wouldn't hear. But most of them is, hey, how much are the tickets? Where can I get them at? What time does the show start? Is there parking? How much is parking? So you get the same kind of questions over and over again. How much is front row? The different price levels. Okay, can I get, if I buy a table of 4, but I have another person, can they sit at my table? And most of the times, if you let us know in advance, we will do that for you. If you let us know in advance, you say, hey, I got an extra person, can they sit at my table? If you give it to me in enough time, I will sit you all together. So we're accommodating in that regard. It's all about the customer experience. It really is. The customer experience is going to be pivotal. It's like crucial. And because people are excited and people are happy about it, they're going to share, and they're going to share, and they're going to share. And so as I'm telling you this, even something as small as that, yes, they may share it, but if you tell them to share it, they'll share it even more. So that also is a tip. Like when you ask somebody to share something, that's why on YouTube and stuff, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, thank you. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, click the likes and subscribe to my channel, please. I greatly appreciate that. But telling people what you want them to do is going to be huge, because most people just don't happen to do it, right? It's not something that they choose to do. Like, it's not in their brain like that. So by letting them know, say, hey, can you share this? Hey, can you like this? Hey, can you subscribe? it's going to help you get further, help you grow your audience, help you reach more people. And also, when people do call you, ask them how they heard about you. Because I think a lot of times businesses, we miss that part, right? If somebody calls you, hey, how did you hear about us? And let them tell you, because that may also give you an inkling of, hey, this is something I need to double check on. Like if you heard me from here, then maybe I need to be more mindful of this area, this market, this particular place right here, because I haven't done that before, right? I didn't even think about that area. One lady said, I think she said she called today from Monroe. And I said Monroe. Now, I should have asked her where in Monroe. But when I Googled it, all I was saying was Georgia. I was like, she came from Georgia? But they will travel. They will travel. And I've noticed on a lot of blues shows, they are avid travelers. They will travel anywhere to hear the music, hear the blues. They are RV people. They have their campers. They just like to come out and have a good time. They like they fish fries. They are very just genuine people. They just want to have a good time listening to some good music. They're not overbearing. It's a good vibe. So that's what we tend to do with our people. We make sure they have a good customer experience. And we're always surveying the people. That's another thing. Always survey your people. It doesn't matter what it is, because what happens is when you survey them, they're going to tell you things that they wouldn't tell you normally, or you probably wouldn't think to ask. But by surveying your people, it gives you a better guesstimate of who they are and where they are, so that you can continue to give them the things that they like, right? Hey, who do you like this month? And they'll tell you, hey, they love Westlove, and they love King George, and they love so-and-so, and I love somebody's song. So they'll tell you all those things. Hey, do you like, what other outdoor activities do you like? Or do you like outdoor activities? They say, oh, yeah, we love the rodeo. You like the rodeo? Because, I may not have thought about the rodeo. But by asking the audience, they'll tell you what it is that they like. And so over time, you just collect the data. The data. And that's the most important part. Is as long as you're collecting data, you'll learn more and more about your audience and the people that you're trying to connect with, the people that you're trying to get to come to your event. And so that's all that I really wanted to share today. Thank you all. So just to recap, make sure you're checking your emails. Make sure you're checking your links. Make sure they're clickable. Make sure it's user-friendly. Make sure that you are surveying your people. Try to make sure that you are calling them, or at least allowing them to call you, so that they can ask their questions, and be mindful of the customer experience, because that is the most important part. That'll be the one that takes you so far. As long as they know as long as you allow them that space and you answer their questions, they're more apt to do what it is that you're having them to do. And you will see the results. Chat soon. Bye.